Good evening, everybody. You know, as much as we talk about it, very few of us ever will be directly connected to somebody on death row or know what a victim has gone through. As
Colorado lawmakers consider doing away with executions, Denver 7's Russell Haythorne is sitting down with the family of Ginny May. And for them, the death penalty isn't a matter of policy. This is personal.
We were just cruising along thinking life is great.
The morning of July 21st, 1986 started like any other summer day in the small eastern Colorado town of Byers.
Dawson was asleep on the couch. Becky was there.
Susan McLennan and her 3 small children were at home. Her husband was working. And then came the phone call.
She said, I know you have a little girl, and I have these brand new clothes that were my little girl's. And I'm like, oh, sure, come on over.
The clothes were for the McLennan's daughter, Becky, who was just 8 years old at the time.
I remember the excitement about getting hand-me-down clothes.
The couple offering the clothes was new to town. Gary Davis and his wife Becky Fincham pulled into the McLennan's Circle Drive. Fincham came to the door, but Davis stayed in the car.
He's staying in the car, she said, because he has a headache now.
Fincham wasn't carrying any children's clothes. Instead, she started talking about how she beats up men.
She was scary. It was scary and it was weird.
Police later discovered their plan was to kidnap Susan, but a ranch hand showed up just in time to foul up those plans.
She was to shove me in the back seat, jump in the front, and take off. That was the plan.
In the meantime, Susan's sister-in-law, Ginny May, was home alone here with her 2 young children. And when the plan was foiled up at Susan's home, the killer showed up here.
Pull in the yard, tell Ginny they need to borrow some Finch stretchers. She goes outside with her little girl.
As Ginny is in the shed, she's attacked from behind. Her 8-year-old son is inside the house.
He looks out the window and sees them Sunday punch his mom and take her.
Ginny May had been kidnapped, raped, and shot 17 times. The town of Byers was enraged, and after intense pressure from neighbors, police say Davis confessed.
We never gave up hope that she is okay until Big Pete, the investigator, said, we're going to clear the area, everybody out, we're going to fly infrared.
Sat in a room and told us, and it was hard. Like I said, a day that defined you.
Davis was later sentenced to death, his wife to life in prison. And after 11 years and countless appeals, Governor Roy Romer opted against issuing a stay.
It just is not sufficient excuse for what happened to Ginny May that day.
Davis was executed in October 1997, the last man put to death in Colorado.
It could not be put to rest till he was finally put to rest.
But now,
this decision is so important.
22 years after Davis was put to death by lethal injection, there's a movement in Colorado to abolish the death penalty, something Susan and Becky adamantly oppose.
It's frustrating to me that the legislature, House, Senate, Governor, all together feel that they can come in and write these new bills and push them through.
Becky argues it should be put to a vote of the people.
I can't fathom the reason that they would want to abolish it.
She believes the death penalty is a deterrent.
Most criminals are cowards. How many of them say, I will confess, I'll tell you, but I don't want the death penalty?
For Susan, it's about preserving a punishment for the most heinous, unconscionable crimes.
They were just evil, evil, evil people.
She believes guys like Davis never stop praying.
And it could be your sister or your mother or your daughter.
In Byers.
It's not justice. It's an end to a terror streak in our life.
Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.